Hi VC, this is Phil. Greetings from British Columbia. This is my second video, long awaited. It's been a couple of weeks. As I said in my first video, the house has been undergoing renovations, painting and whatnot. The guys finally come through and done the ceilings. And I have access to my room and my computer and my records again. Most of them are still boxed up, but I do have access to the stuff that I've purchased 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to call this a vinyl update. And I'm just going to show you what I've been purchasing over the last, like I said, 3-4 months. Stuff I got at record fair. That was the big swap meet that happened back in March. And I've got stuff from local record stores and a bunch of yard sale and thrift store buys. So I've sort of broken them down into genre. I'll just go through them really quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of time on each one. There's quite a few to catch up on, so let's just go. First up, Dokken live double album Beast from the East. I don't know if you can see that if I'm too close to the camera. There's a glare on it. Sorry about that. I had this album when I was in my 20s and took it to a party and never got it back. So I'm really happy to have that back. That's a killer live album. If you've never heard it and you like heavy metal, I suggest you try it. I got 3 or 4 heavy metal ones here. Krokus, Headhunter. It's a really good album. I've heard this, a friend's got it. I haven't actually played this one yet, but this is a really cool album if you like these guys. It's good headbanging stuff. British band, Saxon. What is this one called? Crusader. I don't know much about this album. I hadn't even heard it before. When I saw it in the bin, I thought, $5? I'm going to take it. Why not? I like all their other albums. This one I got in the dollar bin. It's been sadly beaten up. The cover is in horrible shape, but the vinyl's in good shape, which is going to be an upgrade on mine. I got a good cover and a beat up vinyl, so I'll have to swap them around. Double Life, Steppenwolf. I don't know what year that one is from. I think it was in 70. It's a gatefold. Yeah, during early 1970. So that'll be an upgrade on vinyl for me. And I got a couple of Scorpions albums. Blackout, which again I had back in the 80s and it disappeared in a party. Someone else has it in their collection now, I suppose. But I got a nice, and this is a better copy than what I had anyway, so that's a nice addition. And this one I saw for a couple of bucks, and I thought, why not? It's got a hole through the cover where someone's had it on a wall, but it's Scorpions Best Of. I'm not sure what country this is a pressing off of. I think it's a US pressing. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know enough about the Scorpions and I want to buy every one of their albums, but the Best Of, I'll try it, and then if I like it, I'll branch out and buy a few more of theirs. BTO, Canadian band. Everyone knows BTO, I suppose, in around the world. They're pretty famous. This is one of their later ones. One of their last ones, I think, is Group Rock and Roll Nights. There's not really a lot of great songs on this. No real hits. It's just a good spin. I mean, it's not going to rock your world, but it's a good album if you like them. And I got an album here by a group called Santers, which is just a Canadian heavy rock band. A couple of brothers put together a band back in the 70s or 80s, and they put out 2-3 albums and then just sort of disappeared. And I don't know. I don't know this one. A buddy of mine is really into them and got me into this and said, that's a good album. You'll like it. So I'll take a chance. And how much you get much harder than this? Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. This is actually the 3rd Iron Maiden album I have. I haven't heard this one yet. I know a couple of songs on it. Children of the Damned, Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, of course, is the big hit off of this one, if you want to call that a hit. But yeah, that was a fantastic buy. I got that for $10. And this is all Canadian prices. Remember, I'm in Canada. That does it for the heavy metal. I just sort of get into a bit more mainstream and poppy stuff. Some of this, I'll let you know. This one was $2. Journey Infinity. It's the only Journey album I didn't have. I thought, why not finish the collection? I know everyone says Journey is they're a commercial band and no one really likes them. Well, if no one really likes them, who'd they sell these millions of albums to, is what I say. Sure, somebody's got to have them on their shelf somewhere, but I like them, and let's finish those off the collection, like I said. And this one also came out of the dollar bin, which was really shocking, because it's Tina Turner, Private Dancer. I know she sold 1 million of these things back in the day. I mean, just full of hits. It was a great album. And I finally got it. I don't know why I didn't buy it in the day. This one I picked up for $1 as well. Warren Zevon. Excitable Boy. The only thing I know off of this is, of course, Werewolves of London. It's a fun track. I have it on 45, and I'm trying to get rid of my 45, so If I can buy them on album, I will, and unload the singles. They just take up too much space in all those boxes. So I don't know what's on the rest of it, but I'll give it a spin for $1. It's worth a try, right? Also $1. Belinda Carlisle, Heaven on Earth. Got some singles on this, some hits, got some radio play. She's got a good voice. I don't mind her. For $1, I'll take a chance on the rest of the album. Cover's a little chewed up, but it's $1, so why not? Eddie Money, No Control. I've been looking for this one for a while. Yeah, again, Eddie Money is one of these guys that you like, you don't like, I suppose. He's just one of those commercial people, got a lot of radio airplay. But I really wanted this. I really wanted this album. There's a couple of songs on here I really wanted. Think I'm in Love was a big hit. Passing by the Graveyard is a great song. If you've never heard that, play it. Go to YouTube it or Google it, whichever. That's a good album. Then what else have I got here? I love REO Speedwagon, and I've just about finished my collection of all of their stuff. So I managed to find they were actually listed at $5 a piece. The guy gave me 2 for $10. This was a flea market a couple of weeks ago. So I got their original album, the truck grill cover on that was pretty cool. And I also got this one, which is also just titled REO Speedwagon. That's a 1975 release. And I got a later release with Life as We Know It. Yeah, so 3 for $10, pardon me. Not a bad deal at all. I'll take that. A couple of Night Ranger albums. They're sort of classic radio 80s pop. If you don't know them, I suppose everybody does. I really just wanted that one for the album cover. I got a thing about airplanes, and I just love airplane art. So I just bought that one for the cover. I'll give them both a listen to, but I don't know what's going to be on here. Oh, that has the song Goodbye. That was a single. That was a good radio hit. I have that on 45. I'll get rid of that. Oh, this is Sister Christian on it. That was a big commercial hit. Yeah, whatever. A couple of bucks a piece. This is an upgrade. I have a Wings at the Speed of Sound, McCartney, of course. I have an old copy of this. It's pretty beat up. It's had its share of play. Not my favorite McCartney album, but it's important for the collection. This one is very, very good condition. I won't call it near mint, but it's very good condition. The album is the vinyl looks spotless. I gave it a clean with a brush, and it looks absolutely spotless. So that's going to be nice to hear. Couple of Alan Parsons album. This is to replace. I have a Canadian edition of Alan Parsons' Tales of Mystery and Imagination of Edgar Allan Poe. It's got a different cover than this one. This one has a bit longer songs on it, whereas the other one is sort of an edited version. So I'm happy to have that. And the last one of Alan Parsons that I was actually missing from my whole collection of his was I, Robot. And again, Alan Parsons project, again, you say it's commercial, but I like it. And that's my opinion. I'm glad to listen to that one. Rod Stewart, Gasoline Alley. I picked this up for $5 at a local thrift store. And I don't know what it was doing. It was in amongst the Barbra Streisand and Mantovani records, and I don't know how this one slipped in there unnoticed, but it did, so I took it for $5. It's in really nice shape. The vinyl's in good shape too. I checked it out before I took it out of the store, of course. But that one's in really nice shape, and I didn't have that one for some reason or other. What do we got? Bob Seger, 7. One of his original albums before he hit the real big time internationally. This has Get Out of Denver and UMC on it. I'm not sure about the other songs on there. I haven't played this yet, but glad to have that in the collection too. And what would that happen? Gary Wright, The Dreamweaver. Picked that up for $1. Yeah, I got the single, what is it, Love is Alive. I've got that, and Dreamweaver. I got those both from 45. Chance to get rid of them and put the album in the collection. I'd rather have album art on my wall or on my shelf than a couple of dusty 45s anywhere in a box. A few bluesy type albums here. A couple anyway. Colin James, his first release. If you don't know Colin James, he's a Canadian artist, heavy blues influenced guitarist, killer guitarist this guy is. If you ever had a chance to see him live, do it, because he's well worth the price to get in. Real heavy blues, rock influence. Uh, yeah, I've got that on CD. That was in the era when the CD was out and you couldn't buy things on vinyl, and I found that a couple of weeks ago and thought, like, I'm going to grab it. Bonnie Raitt, Luck of the Draw. I've been looking for this album for ages, and at least in my area, it's really hard to find. I can't find Bonnie Raitt vinyl anywhere, and I finally found this. This has I Can't Make You Love Me, and Not the Only One. What else was on here? Luck of the Draw, of course, the title track was really good. Tangled in Dark is a really cool track. Uh, really good album. She's got such a good voice, such good musicianship. You get a chance to listen to Bonnie Raitt or see Bonnie Raitt, wow, it's well worth it again. What else? Oh, I got an upgrade cover, copy of Johnny Cash at Folsom Prison. Iconic album. I mean, yeah, it's country, but who doesn't want this in their collection? Who doesn't have it? If you say you don't like Johnny Cash, that's fine. But I'm thinking everyone at least knows him, and everybody probably watched the movie Walk the Line. Just great stuff. And what else have I got in here? Oh yeah, Jim Croce, sort of a best of Photographs and Memories, his greatest hits. I had this on CD as well, and I've been looking for it on vinyl forever. I don't play CDs much anymore. I try not to. I just don't like the sound, and the jewel cases always break. So this is a great addition for me. I love it. Every song on this album is just fantastic. Good old hits. And I've also got, I've also got some, that album I said earlier by Santos, that Canadian band Brothers. The second album by theirs. This one I do know this is a great guitar album. Great album that one is. And Billy Joel, Stormfront. I didn't have that one in my Billy Joel collection. I stumbled across this for a couple of bucks. And excuse me. This has We Didn't Start the Fire, Leningrad, with the hits on it. That's Not Her Style is a good song too. Stormfront, the title track, is a good song. I don't know much of the rest of it, but I love Billy Joel, so I'll give that a try and see what it says, what it sounds like. And as I said, I don't like CDs anymore. I'm just trying to get rid of them all. So as I find albums on vinyl, I get rid of the disc. So I was really happy to find this. This is, of course, new vinyl, Concrete Blonde, Bloodletting. Just an excellent, really dark album. But every song on here is just great. If you get a chance to listen to Concrete Blonde, give it a try. The Cranberries, of course, because they just lost their lead singer recently. I think it was early this year, late last year. Very tragic, but Cranberries. Everybody else is doing it, so why can't we? Great album. Dreams is a fantastic track, got a lot of radio play, and really everything on this album is fantastic. I've got it on disc, now I got it on vinyl, and I can get rid of the disc. Gradually that CD shelf is going to wilter down to nothing. Another Canadian artist, but I think he lives in San Jose now. But Neil Young, everyone knows Neil Young. Harvest Moon, this came out back early 90s, I want to say. And excellent album. Again, one I've got on CD that I've wanted to put on vinyl for a long time, and finally got it. It cost me a little bit. This was 30 bucks. Again, it's new vinyl. But, if you want it and you see it, you got to get it, right? Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Everyone knows this one, I'm sure. Big album a bunch of years ago. Just classic 80s or 90s was this. This was mid 90s. All I Really Want, You Ought to Know, Perfect, Hand in My Pocket. Really angry lyrics in this album, but she does it so well. Every performance on this album is so good. You really should give that a try if you haven't heard. I don't know how you could not have heard that one. It got so much airplay. And another Canadian band, Tom Cochrane, used to be the singer of Red Rider. I'm sure most people in the States know Red Rider. They had a lot of big hits. This one has Life is a Highway. The album is called Mad Mad World. No Regret, Sinking Like a Sunset are all hits. Brave and Crazy was a good song. He played this whole album in his concert 2-3 years ago. One of my wife's favorite artists, so I've seen him 3 or 4 times live. Never fails to never fails to put on a good show. Really good artist. And a couple by Greta Van Fleet. I just found out about these guys. I've seen lots of people wearing Greta Van Fleet T-shirts, and I think, who the hell are Greta Van Fleet? So I went on Google and Googled them and found some YouTube videos. These guys are incredible. Greta Van Fleet. I'm not sure the origin of the name, but I'm going to do some research on it and find out. It's probably named after a person they know or something they saw somewhere in a phone book. Who knows? But yeah, they're a bunch of kids from U.S. Midwest, I believe. But they are. It's just I really don't know much about these guys. Royal Oak, Mississippi or Missouri. I'm not sure of that. But fantastic band. Really good. Lots of high energy. And that about, no, I got a couple more here. I'm sorry. I got Rolling Stones Black and Blue. This is an upgrade copy. I have an old one. Again, it's been through the ringer a few times. I got it for a few bucks when I was a kid. This one cost me about 10 bucks, I think. And it's in really nice shape. No damage on the spine. The edges are pretty good. A little bit of ring wear. Nice gatefold in good shape. You can see that. And the vinyl was in really good shape. Still got the original record liner sleeve. Really nice shape, so I'll replace my old worn out copy with that. And let's see. Oh yeah, one more. Patsy Cline story. Old country from the 50s, 60s, but Patsy Cline, just classic artist, fantastic songs. If you tell me you don't know a Patsy Cline song, at least one, then I'm going to say you're probably, not recognizing the artist, which I don't know how you can with that voice. Just fantastic singer. Tons of songs on this, just, the essential. And I'm really looking forward to listening to that. Again, that's the one that I've got sort of a similar copy of on CD, but looking to get rid of that and put it on vinyl. Now I got it, so that puts about 7 or 8 CDs on the yard sale list for the weekend. And hopefully this time next week I will be able to have my albums unboxed, because like I said, the painters are cleared out of the house, and I can go through and show you what albums I picked for the 50 album challenge put out by 33 1/3 a couple of months ago. I did pick them out off my list. I just got to get them out of the boxes and show you what they are. And I'm also going to do up my list of 50 favorite albums, which, you think it's pretty simple, but once you start going through your list, and I got 1,600 albums plus these now, that's hard. It's hard picking out 50 out of all of that. And you think, wow, what about this album, this album, this album? Some of them just are not going to make the cut. I'm still working on them. I'm about my 3rd or 4th draft of that list, because I keep thinking, oh, wait a minute, I missed one. And, I don't want to flood the thing with nothing but Beatles and Stones and Zeppelin albums, but I'm going to try and get a cross section of what I like to listen to in there. But really, 50 albums out of all of these is pretty hard. So I may go through 3 or 4 more drafts of this list before I finally present it to you in another video. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope I didn't go through too fast. I'll watch it and make sure I didn't speak too fast or blur the album covers, but I hope this is presentable. Hope you watched this and enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Take care of each other out there. Bye.